Last lesson of chapter 3 is about least common multiple and greatest common factor. Least common multiple is the smallest number, other than 0, that is a common multiple of 2 or more numbers. Meanwhile, greatest common factor is the largest factor of 2 or more numbers. We're going to find the LCM and GCF of each of these groups of numbers, and I'm going to probably show you a new way of doing it. But it'll let us do LCM and GCF at the exact same time. So this is called the ladder method. So we write down our numbers, and we write kind of a big L. Now, my question is, give me a number that you can divide out of both 6 and 8. That number is 2. I can divide both of these numbers by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Are there any numbers I can bring out of both 3 and 4? No. 3 is prime, and since 3 doesn't go into 4, I'm done working out my ladder. I can't take anything else out of these two numbers. Now, why is this useful? Because the number, and if there's more than one, I'll talk about that in a minute, but the number on the outside, on the left side, that is the greatest common factor. So the greatest common factor here is 2. What's cool is I can take all the numbers on the outside and if I multiply them together, I'm going to get the least common multiple. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. The GCF of 6 and 8 is 2, and the LCM is 24. And I got that using a ladder. Okay, let me do it again. 10, 15, and 25, a group of 3 numbers now. No big deal. Do you know anything that comes out of all 3 of those? Yes, you do. What is it? 5. 5 comes out of 10 twice. 5 comes out of 15 3 times. And 5 comes out of 25. Whoops. Grab my eraser there. 5 times. 2 is prime. 3 is prime. 5 is prime. Since all of these are prime, I know nothing else will come out. So now, what's the GCF? It's 5. It's the number by itself on the left here. And what's the LCM? Least common multiple? Well, if we just bracket all this off, we're going to say, okay, it's going to be whatever 5 times 2 times 3 times 5 is. 5 times 2 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. 10 times 15, 150. That's a lot easier than writing out, for example, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, 105, 120, 135, 150, 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150. That's how you've probably done greatest common factor and least common multiple before, writing them all out and saying, hey, what's biggest, what's smallest? This is a mathematical method that will let us get both of them with less legwork. Now, 12, 24, and 60 is going to give me a chance to show you something different. So, give me a number that comes out of all 3 of those. And I'm intentionally going to do something strange here in that I'm going to pick not the GCF. I know bigger numbers that come out of all 3 of these. But let's just go with 3 for a second. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 24 divided by 3 is 8. And 60 divided by 3 is 20. Do I know a number that comes out of all of those? I do. 4 comes out of all of those. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. And 20 divided by 4 is 5. Pardon me. Does anything come out of 1, 2, and 5? No. Okay, so now the GCF is the numbers on the left side multiplied together. 3 times 4. That's 12. The least common multiple is still what it was before, same process, multiply it all together. So that's going to be 3 times 4 times 2 times 5. Why did I skip the 1? Multiplying by 1 doesn't really do anything. So 3 times 4 is 12, 2 times 5 is 10, and 12 times 10 is 120. 30 and 75 now, so 30, 75. What do we know that comes out of both 30 and 75? I'm thinking 5. 30 divided by 5 is 6. 75 divided by 5 is 15. Hey, I didn't get to be the biggest number because those can both be divided by 3. Two and 5 now are relatively prime. So without boxing things off, GCF is the numbers on the left side, so that's 5 times 3, that's 15. And the least common multiple is 5 times 3 times 2 times 5. That's 15 times 10. That is 150.